This is chapter 6 of The Lake. 6. You know what sucks? Volleyball is 30,000 degree heat. Alright, I don't know the exact temperature, but 30,000 feels pretty damn accurate. The campers still don't seem to care. They all have water and hats and are young enough for extreme heat to take a back seat to fun. I can't remember being like that, but I must have because I definitely didn't complain about the weather when I was here as a kid. Maybe I really am an almost adult. Is that what seals your grown-up fate? Being too hot or too cold? Yes. Well done, girls, I say to my group as they play against Cora's. Kayla and her group are off with Tia and Mary's. They're swimming in the lake where normal people are in high temperatures. There's an instructor teaching the campers the butterfly stroke. We're in the lake after lunch and I cannot wait. Cora calls another point for my team and the girls play on. Cora blows out a breath and wipes her forehead with the back of her hand. I'm dying. I know the feeling, I say, sucking on the straw of my water bottle. I should have picked a cooler state to be a CIT. Laughing, she replies, yeah, it's hot. Stick to the shaded areas and drink plenty of water. As far as I know, we've never had anyone suffer sunstroke. The first will probably be me. Take a drink, she turns to the girls. All right, great game. Let's wrap it up and go inside for lunch. There's a collective cheer as we head to the hall for food. This is a really short chapter, so I'm going to do a short story. Speaking of sunstroke, this reminded me. I was in Florida for freshman year of high school. We took a trip to Florida with like the entire fine arts department in my school, which was really awesome and I would really recommend. But it was my first time like leaving the state without my parents, right? And, you know, parents take care of you. Parents know, like, hey, you should probably put on sunscreen. You should probably drink, like, lots of water throughout the day on, like, really hot days. And it was Florida. And we were at the beach. Everybody that night had, like, first-degree burns from the sun, if not worse. And we were all, like, super sunsick. Like, sunstroke. And it was not... That sleeping that night was probably the worst sleep I've ever gotten, and that day after we had to ride 24 hours on a bus. I loved that trip. That was not my favorite part. Cora and I followed the girls inside. We're a little late. Everyone else is already sitting down. The air conditioning welcomes me, making the skin on my forearms pebble. It's loud, with dozens of conversations merging together to make one big chorus of noise. The girls get food and head to a table together. Cora and I wait until they've gone to get ours. I add some salad to my plate of mac and cheese and sit at the table with Kayla, Tia, Rebecca, Ollie, and Jake. Tomorrow night we're going around the lake and into the forest on the other side, Rebecca tells me, her eyes wide like she's not at all comfortable with this. I don't like it around there, but I say, sounds good. I look over at Kayla. She has a brilliant poker face, but her anxiety shows physically. She will trip on air or fall up steps. Basically, she turns clumsy when she's anxious. Kayla stabs her fork into her pasta, and the fork slides, and she flings a noodle into the center of the table. And there it is. She looks up, and her worried eyes meet mine. A couple of the others chuckle. No one but me picks up on her nervous energy. Slippery? I ask. She clears her throat. Mascarpone sauce. She worries about me overthinking blurting the wrong thing out. I worry about her clumsiness giving us away. I want to ask her again if we're sure being here is a good idea. We're guilty of a crime that no one even suspects us of. My parents are super big on honesty. The truth always comes out, Esme. Cold cases get solved. Not many, 2% according to TV documentaries I've watched. But better technology means criminals are being caught years later. Could our DNA still be at the scene 10 years later? Unlikely.